Welcome to the first episode of Reaper Life 3. We're very excited to share with you the third installment of this series. You know, we knew when we did Reaper Life 1 that we had something that we wanted to keep going with. We knew we wanted to do Reaper Life 2 right away, and well before Reaper Life 2 ended, we knew we wanted to do a third one. And we've talked a little bit about, between the last series and this one, what we wanted it to be about, and it evolved a little bit. So what is Reaper Life 3 going to be? It will be different than Reaper Life 1 and 2. Reaper Life 1 and 2 was largely about challenging ourselves. Reaper Life 1 was just a handful of months after Reaper Mode came out, and we wanted to challenge ourselves doing the highest skulls that we could in Heroics. And then 9 months later, we did Reaper Life 2, and we were showing that R8s and R10s in Heroic could be done without cheesing them. But a theme throughout Reaper Life 1 and 2 is that we wanted to encourage the community to step it up, to do higher skulls. You know, here we are over 2 years into Reaper Mode, and there's still giant swaths of the community still doing R1s at Elite Streak level. To get maximum Reaper XP, you need to be doing Reaper quests at base normal level. And when presented with that challenge of, stepping it down to doing that base normal level and maybe stepping up the skulls a little bit, a lot of the pushback is that people will say that it takes too long, or there's just not enough Reaper XP in Heroics to make it worthwhile. Well, we want to show that it doesn't take too long to step it up, and that there is worthwhile Reaper XP in Heroics. In fact, if you were to step it up to about, say, R4-ish, R4, R5, over the course of your soon-to-be 36 racial lives, and once we get Tiefling coming out soon, you could, for example, get your Reaper wings just in your 36 racial lives. That you can get 140, 150 or more thousand Reaper XP just in your 1 to 20 heroic lives. So we want to show that these quests can be done at base normal level, at a mid-skull level, and can be done quickly and efficiently, and that there is an amount of Reaper XP available that you don't want to blow off. Yeah, there's big Reaper XP available in Legendaries, and that's awesome, but we got to work through Heroics to get there, and like I said, we want to show that you can work up to a pace, work up to a point where, once you have some past lives and some Reaper points, that you can smoke these mid-skull Heroics, and it's not hard, and we want to show you actually it's quite easy to work up to that point. And so Reaper Life 3 is going to be largely us doing R5s all the way through our 1 to 20 life, and this is going to be a 1 to 20 series. So joining us for Reaper Life 3 is the core, if you will, from Reaper Life 1 and 2, and that is me, Nimvin, Little Mama, and Ina Murata. And we're also joined by Tanks, who was in Reaper Life 2, but for those of you who watch the series may remember that I think it was level 16 or so, that Tanks was unexpectedly pulled away from the game, and we had to get a substitute in for him. And he was actually pulled out of the game for many months and just returned maybe a few months ago. And so we're happy to have him back. And then we have new member Gijo, and he'll be playing an assassin. And we're really happy to have that role, which has never appeared in a Reaper Life series before. In fact, once again, we have a variety of classes represented in Reaper Life 3. So that's another thing I want to show, that we're not using 6 monks and 6 warlocks to plow through this heroic content. We have a variety of builds, and this will also be the first time that I'm playing Voodoo in a Reaper Life series. During 1 and 2, I played Ginger Spice. Since Reaper Life 2, Nimvin and I have run every life together, and Little Mama and Ina have run with us most of those lives in one form or another, sometimes with alts. Tanks has been running with us fairly regularly since he's been back, but Gijo is a little bit newer to running with our TR crew. Gijo's been in the guild for several years, and it's not uncommon to see him in our videos and live streams doing raids, but doesn't typically run the TR crew with us just because he's on kind of a different schedule. But we're really happy to have him as part of this project. So we have a variety of classes and roles, and where we have 2 druids, both are playing something a little bit different. Tanks is doing a multi-classed wolf build, and Nimbin's playing a pure druid bear build. We also don't have any ranged tunes in Reaper Life 3. In previous series, we had like the Vorpal Queen repeater builds, and we had some arcane archers. We won't be having that. We do have some casting DPS, but no traditional ranged roles. And more melee in Reaper Life 3 compared to previous series. Remember, it wasn't that long ago. In fact, I think some people are still saying that, oh, melees are dead in Reaper mode. Well, you're going to see that, that melees are going to do just fine. And we're going to be doing this series without a dedicated healer. That's a role that we had in Reaper Life 1 and 2, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't have a dedicated healer, because that's going to be another component of showing you that you can work up to a point where you can practically Zerg mid-skull heroics, and you don't even need a healer to do it. Now, we do have classes that can throw heal spells. We've got a bard, we've got 2 druids, and the rest of us will be wand and scroll healing. Everybody needs to help out in Reaper mode, but we don't have that dedicated healer role. Now, everybody here has a lot of past lives and a good stack of Reaper points, and so we understand that some people might look at this and say, well, you guys have a lot of past lives and stuff, and we're not trying to say that, if you're newer to Reaper mode or you're newer to the game, that you should be doing R5 starting tomorrow. That's something that we feel that you work up to. If you're new to Reaper mode, doing R1s at Elite Streak level is a great place to start, but once you get comfortable with that, once you build up a little stack of Reaper points, maybe 20 or so, it's time to start transitioning down to doing those quests at base normal level. And a hugely important point in doing that is that once you start doing these quests at base normal level versus Elite Streak level, you instantly double your Reaper XP. When you do these quests at Elite Streak level, you're taking a 50% Reaper XP penalty, and so it really benefits you to start adjusting and getting used to running these quests at base normal level to maximize your Reaper XP. And that takes a little bit of adjustment. It does make things more challenging, but once after a few weeks, once you get adjusted to that, you don't feel the difference. And once you get comfortable with running R1s at base normal, you can step it up to R2. When you get comfortable with that, you can step it up to R3, and so on. I just finished another series, Northwind 2, where I took a Youngling tune into Reaper mode, and that was my first experience doing Reaper quests on a tune that basically had nothing in terms of past lives and Reaper points, and I really wasn't sure how it would perform. But I wanted to see if I could handle doing R1s at base normal level, and it was actually no problem because I was already accustomed to running quests at that level. In fact, by level 5 on that tune, that started with next to nothing in terms of past lives and Reaper points, I was already feeling like R1s were too easy and was stepping up to R2s, and in some cases R3s, soloing them at base normal level on that Youngling tune. So while it may be an adjustment for you at first to start doing these Reaper quests at base normal level, like I said, once you get used to it, you don't even notice any difference. And we've worked up to a point where, R5s, no big deal at all. And that's what we want to show in Reaper Life 3. In some ways, Reaper Life 3 will be sort of capturing our normal routine, especially in these first couple levels, and especially during the first half of Heroics. Ever since Reaper mode has come out, my goal has been to get to level 4 as soon as possible, because that's when you get your Reaper points, and that's when we feel like we can start stepping it up. But at first, you don't have access to your Reaper points, level 2 and 3, and so what I always do is just, run a couple stealthy repossessions, get to level 2, get chain shape, just blitz R1s for the 2s and 3s, and get to level 4 in about an hour. And so we wanted to go ahead and show the whole routine for our level 2 and 3. So I'm going to show you all the quests that we did in episode 1 for level 2, and episode 2 will be all the quests we did for level 3. And then starting at level 4 is when we're going to be stepping it up. There are going to be some cases where we actually don't even do R5 because we're going to show you what we normally do. Some of the longer quests like Tir de Khan or the Pit, for example, We're just going to do those on R4, but pretty much starting at level 4, we're going to be doing everything on R5, with some exceptions with like the longer ones, for example. At the end of every episode, I'm going to have a list of every quest that we did, and something new is that we're going to show how much time, the completion time for every quest, and how much Reaper XP we got in the end credits. So look for that if you're interested. I'm really curious about it because that's something I've never really done, is taken meticulous record of completion times for every quest throughout a life and how much Reaper XP. So you'll get to see that. And you're also going to find a link in every episode description to our build. So if you want to see what we're doing for our builds, if you want to look at the details, or if you want to use one of those builds for yourselves, look for that link in the video description. For the series, we all agreed to meet at level 2, so this episode begins with our first quest together, and episode 1 is just going to be a look at our regular routine for level 2, which is just blitzing through R1s. So let's get to it with the first episode of Reaper Life 3. We're just doing Reaper 1s until we get to level 4. Total Zergfest.
So already we're breaking the everything on Reaper 5 rule.
Well, it's not a rule. I mean, it was just like, basically, like, this is what we do every life, or I do anyways, is just Zerg everything on R1 until we get to level 4, till we can spend our Reaper points and start stepping it up then.
Yeah.
This is such minuscule XP at these, level 2s and 3s that it's not worth the time or effort to try to step these up when we don't even have access to our Reaper trees yet.
Yep, no, makes sense.
Welcome to Reaper Life, Gijo.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad you could be a part of this.
Hell yeah.
Glad Tanks is making his triumphant return. I'm thinking the first episode is just going to be like levels 2 and 3. Like episode 2 is going to be level 4.
That Snow Ellie is so cute.
I wanted to get some of those, but I didn't.
I got one, but I never
got a
got
bunch
to
of
make
them.
any.
I should have grabbed some more for you guys.
They're so cool.
I figured you'd be prepared, but
Normally when I TR, I use XP stones to take myself to level 3, so that's where most of my gear starts.
yeah, I go up to 5, dude.
Oh, you had quite a few then. I usually just have enough to get up to 2.
Well, I do a gold roll every day, though.
I go as
Shit
far
just
as I
stacks
can.
up.
Oh, I don't have the everyday gold roll thingy.
Oh, you got that pack, Tanks?
What pack?
You got the season pass?
Special?
No, I just do a gold roll every day. I
Oh,
sell
okay.
a bunch of shit on the starter exchange, so.
Because the season pass comes with a daily gold roll.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
those are
that's
so
boss.
cool. You have that,
I
don't you,
wish.
Gijo?
Yeah, I have the season pass.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish I could have got that.
I've been doing the gold rolls on other servers and going to be transferring the tune over from
We got
Kenneth.
ransack.
Nice, man.
I got the Switch.
On Kenneth, I actually got one of the tiny scarecrow pets.
Mama's gonna kill you.
What? What'd you get?
Is it open up there?
Yeah, it's open.
Damn.
What'd you get?
I got one of the scarecrow pets on Kenneth.
You did! Oh, lucky.
I did not do shit. All I was doing was like collecting the collectibles, and you guys finished it before I could even catch up to you guys. That's awesome.
The way to do it.
We're not doing
Get this shit done.
breakable thingies each one? Yeah, we
I
are,
want to
right?
get completion time and amount of
3
Reaper
minutes,
XP
4
for every
seconds.
quest.
Pretty much how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna like start recording before a quest, stop recording as soon as we're done, and just if nothing funny happens, I'll just delete the whole video. And then if something funny happens, I find that part and trim the rest off.
Yeah, just get a little clip from everywhere.
Even though this is sort of a, you know, a Zerg, like I always say, you know, when you Zerg, Zerg responsibly. So I don't want us to, like, Zerg to the point where it's to the detriment of everybody else. I don't want us to Zerg just for the sake of trying to get a faster time. Like, we're going to get fast times, but, you know, we don't...
It's like auto racing. Sometimes to go faster, you gotta go a little slower.
Yeah, I want us to be measured and do things responsibly, but quickly.
So I had somebody accuse me of zerging one time, especially these low-level quests. And I said, no, that's not zerging, man. That's just a no fucking around method.
Yep.
That's how I feel too. Like sometimes people are like, "Oh, you're zerging." I'm like, "Well, this is just my momentum. Like, this is how I go through this quest. You know, this is the speed I usually
1
do
minute,
it."
16 seconds.
How we do it already? We already get 10 hit points more. So that's 2 of them. That's
from
pretty
GH.
good. Oh no, that's not even including the 10 hit points from GH.
What are you talking about then?
We get House P and House D
Keepers
hit
of Foes.
points.
Oh, that's right, the house team. They both get a 5. Yeah, that's not too bad.
How many more hit points are available in the new favor scheme?
Like 20,
I think
20 or
25.
25.
Yeah, plus you get saves and shit too. I mean, it's pretty nice.
And skills.
Oh
and...
yeah, I'm so glad that they
Yeah,
did that.
skills too. It is boss, dude. They need to really have favor rewards for every tier, for every fucking favor, dude. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
Well, it does give some reason to get that favor where there really wasn't before on a lot of them.
Right, exactly, man.
Oh, and be sure to let me know which optionals we get and which ones we don't.
We
don't get
generally
any.
don't do optionals, period. Except
Okay.
for, like, you know, we get breakables when it makes sense, but in a quest like this, we...
Yeah, anything that's
Not
like
so much.
real easy and not time consuming. We don't
Yep.
go out of our way and fight extra mobs or do anything like that unless it's like it's got to be something really, you know, a lot of XP or something. Maybe somebody needs a named item or something, you know, like that. But
Traps, we like doing traps. That's XP, that's Reaper XP.
right.
Well, that's good, because I like getting traps.
That's why you're here.
This
Yeah, we
summer,
gotta have one. Then.
catch the espionage thriller everyone's seeking for. It's the man who gets traps. I'm Gijo, and I like to get traps.
Gijo the Trap Man.
I got wings, dude.
What are you
Fucking
doing?
wings.
I'm getting traps.
Aren't those wings cool? I love the dark ones.
Fucking love it, dude. It's awesome on a wolf too. They're
Yeah,
like
it does
floating
look pretty
above
bad
my
on
body.
your wolf.
2 minutes, 27 seconds. We could have saved some time if we split up to take these chieftains.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. But you're,
Yeah,
I mean, you're
doing
definitely
crazy
right,
damage.
but I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to get record times here. I just want to show that it could be done quickly.
Sorry, I'm a speedrunner by nature.
Hell, we're just doing R1 now. We can.
I'm a donut eater by nature.
You
I'll
guys
be
didn't hear
finding
that,
You're
did
in
you?
doors with
already.
my goggles, but I ain't gonna be opening any.
I was waiting outside.
We just stepped in. I'm going all out strength build this life. And
Yeah,
do
I'm
the
going
stalling
strength.
tree and then the druid. I'm gonna try the druid rage and shit too, and do some barbarian rage.
Reaper!
Reaper!
Plague Reaper.
Yeah, it's just an R1 Plague Reaper.
Can't wait till we can spend our Reaper points.
Even without Reaper points, I play like
I
I got
know.
Reaper wings.
I got my
Hey,
Reaper
where are your
eyes.
Reaper wings?
On my screen, they're showing up. Sometimes I have to toggle them on and off for other people
Oh,
to see
there
them.
you go.
There you go.
You got green ones. I got the purple Reaper eyes for this life too again. I like them. It goes with my
I'm
purple
cutting
head
them
bug.
loose.
I love my purple head bug.
We don't need to charm anything in here.
Yeah, an R1.
Yeah, it never
Just
hurts
take
to
up the
practice.
time.
Got another one. There we go.
These are just throwaway quests to get us to level 4.
Famine.
This is kind of a new experience for me, even. Not totally new, but a different experience, because when I'm zerging to level 4, I'm almost never with a full group. And usually it's just like I'm soloing. Or at best might have 1 or 2 other people from like this crew.
Oh, this is Voodoo's first Reaper life because the first 2 were with Ginger Spice.
Oh, nice.
Rubble in the water.
Right.
There is a trap. Yeah, you got it. Good.
I should know where most traps are, but never fear, I will never take offense at you pointing out traps, whether I know they're already there or not.
I left a trove of lost souls in my wake.
Dead bodies.
Let
That
them
sounds like
hit
a
the floor.
Clint Eastwood line.
I left a trail of lost souls in my wake. Looking for punks like you. Pumpkin spice.
I like pumpkin spice coffee.
I'm also America's first stripper. And get ready for the finish line. Get your eyes on that timer. My thing says I've only been recording for 3.5 minutes.
3 minutes, 57 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Sub 4, not bad.
I do want us to try to go in together, and not just, I mean, this is not a big deal, but, you know,
Yeah, we need to practice staying together.
we should definitely, gather at the quest and go in together. I think that'll actually increase our times by a little bit.
No, and it's best to
I mean,
start good
decrease our
habits
times.
early.
It'll make our times better.
It will have a positive
Collectible.
reflection on our time.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Nimbin.
And this has
Deli-
been the Nimbin Dead Singer Show.
Collectible collectibles.
They're selectable and delectable.
Delectable.
But are they infectable?
Are they injectable?
Are they correctable?
Depends what you find in them.
Man, the fucking druids should get like some kind of bonus with scimitars, man. Like,
With a what?
or some kind of weapon with scimitars.
Oh, also, If Tiefling comes out during Reaper Life 3, I'm abandoning everything and going to Tiefling. I'm just kidding. But I am super excited about Tiefling.
You're gonna
Me
reroll?
too.
Yeah.
Tieflings look really cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they do.
knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
But they always
They
do.
did a nice
I mean,
job.
Gnome, Dragonborn, I think they just have done a fantastic job.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
it's
very
true, yeah.
nice.
What's their time?
I'm capped.
They've really done. I mean, a lot of their content
2 minutes,
and
3
everything they've been
seconds.
releasing. It's fucking boss. I love the way the game's been going.
One
That's-
of them has a maybe.
Isn't that House Fjarlin?
I think that's the Fjarlin one.
Because you said mine had a maple leaf on
Yeah,
it.
the maple leaf. It looks. I have the this one here. It's got acorns on it. I love trees.
Yeah, we can go the other way if you want, if that makes sense.
Nah, it's fine.
This path is still faster.
The
I
other
like-
path just lets us get some trap bonus, but it's so quick and whatnot, it doesn't really matter.
I like trees too, but for different reasons.
We don't have to get these levers or anything, guys.
Get the kills for Reaper though.
We need to kill these guys. There's enough kills up ahead.
Better be safe than sorry. Voodoo always says, don't forget to get your kills after Liberty. Voodoo always says, a broken breakable is a good breakable.
I don't say that. I've never said that.
Voodoo always says, I never said that. I never said that.
Here, here, here.
Oh, someone started it. Someone named Gijo.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
locked out.
It's okay.
I can almost get my head stuck through. Oh, there we go.
1 minute, 39 seconds.
Still some bugs around.